Good morning, Libra. Welcome to my channel. My name's Carrie, and this is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon and Rising Librans. If you're a subscriber and you're returning, I love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much. I really deeply appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. It helps the visibility of the channel and lets me get to as many people as I possibly can. And that's kind of the point of me being on YouTube in the first place. If you have reached out to me for a private reading and I haven't yet got back to you, I am on my way. Bear with me. I'm working through all the bookings at the moment. If you are one of the people who's commented or sent me a message, thank you so much. It means the world to me. You let me know your stories. Deeply appreciate it. I fixed the audio because some of you told me that the audio was super quiet on the July videos, and I do kind of speak quietly anyway. I'm aware of that, and I'm sorry. So I have a lapel mic now, and hopefully that will fix the issue. I'm also going to try and make these videos a little bit shorter because I hadn't intended for them to run quite as long as they have. Quite how I'm going to do that, I don't know. Think faster, talk faster, something like that. And the videos are time stamped at the bottom, so if you want to cut through all of my waffling and shuffling, please feel free. I don't think I have anything else to tell you. Yeah, if you're wanting a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. Feel free to get in touch that way. And yeah, the messages, if they're not resonating with you, then check out your moon or rising sign, because it's possible that may have more relevant content to you. If you don't know what your moon and rising sign is, I put a link in the description box below. I think it's Cafe Astrology I've put in, I'm not sure. Go in there, put in your date and time and location of birth, and it'll give you your full natal chart, show you where all your placements are. You may be pleasantly surprised by it. I know I was when I did mine. Yes, that's it. So I was pulling out 3 main cards for you for the main focus of the reading, and we've actually been given 4, which is nice. So I'm just going to get some clarifiers for those. Let's see if we can get some detail about what August may have in store for you. There's the Ace of Wands here. Nice. I'll let you know what all the cards are once they're down on the table. So, like, the July Libra video was the longest one I've ever done. So if you managed to get from beginning to end of that, congratulations. It was quite epic. Anyway. We're nearly there, I promise. This is going to be a very interesting month for you. I can see that already. Positively leaping. So I'm going to start off with, I've started bringing some oracle cards in. I'm using the Nature's Whispers oracle cards. They are utterly divine and beautiful. I was going to talk about it at the end, but I'm going to talk about it now instead because it seems relevant. The card that I pulled for you before I started recording was Shift Your Energy, and that is numbered 19, which reduces down to a 10, and that's relevant because you have got lots of 10s on the table here at the moment. So this card talks about clearing your energy, the energy of those around you and the energy of your environment. There's a process of renewal coming up and you need to be ready to receive it. Change old habits and patterns that you're ready to let go of, and view this as a time of shedding that can be achieved with grace and ease. It is a simply beautiful card. There's lots of animals on it as well, and rainbows and lovely things. Just check that out. Stunning. But the main cards that we pulled, instead of the 3 that I wanted, we have 4. So the first card is the Ace of Wands, which is about new beginnings, the start of new things. And then we have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. And then the 2 cards that came out together, and I shall read them together because I think that's why they popped out the way that they did, are the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance, both cards of Sagittarius. We have some Sagittarian presence here on the board, so either maybe you have it in your chart or you're dealing with someone who is a Sagittarius, or it could be entirely irrelevant, who knows. And the card that we have at the bottom of the deck, the Shadow card, which is the theme for the whole reading, is the 10 of Wands, and that's about burden. It's one of the other 10s. It's here. And it speaks of putting down things that no longer serve you, things that have been making you work harder than you need to. And that's very much the tone of the oracle card that came out too, which is also numbered a 10 when you reduce it down. So anyway, back to the cards on the table. The Ace of Wands is, well, I think the card says it all. Look at that ace there. It's held by a hand, you know, a gift from the divine, that kind of thing. But look at the new sprouts on here. This is a time of renewal. This is a time of new things. And being an ace, it's about passion and it's about creativity. And this can extend to any area of your life. So it doesn't have to be about sex, although obviously sometimes it is about sex. It's anything that makes, you know, your heart rise up with excitement about something. You know, that excitement is a very wand kind of energy. Anything that makes you feel fiery and invigorated and ready to go. So it could be a new project, or it could be a new lease of life, you know, a new set of thought processes, possibly, that get you excited, things that you hadn't really seen before that are now open to you, and they're being gifted here. It's clarified by the 10 of Swords in reverse. Now, obviously that's a pretty miserable card there. Like, that is hitting rock bottom. But it's in reverse, and it's coming after the Ace of Wands. And what it says to me is that you've been going through a rough time of late. I mean, that's borne out by the Shadow card here, 10 of Wands. There's been a lot on your plate. You've been dealing with a lot of things. And it might be betrayal. It might be, you know, having suffered at the hands of others. But I don't think it necessarily is. I feel like this is just an element of life stuff that's been happening to you. With these swords being this way round, they just fall out. Gravity is pulling them out. There's no effort from you to do so. You don't have to fight your way out of this situation that you find yourself in, it's going to happen holistically, and it's going to happen with very little effort from you. Ace of Wands here. I'll get to why I think that is the case shortly. But the second card you have to clarify is the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is about trapping yourself in your own head. It's about being stuck, usually sort of at the hands of your own making. Like the woman in the card isn't nearly as stuck as she thinks she is. She's tied loosely, her blindfold's very loose. She's on the shore, she's got her feet in water, but it's really shallow. There's swords all around her, but she could escape if she wants to, and her sanctuary is literally just back there. You know, with ease she could pull herself out of it, but she's literally paralysed. Better the devil you know sort of situation. Because she follows the Ten of Swords here, I feel like we could use this as a negative modifier. The crap that you've been going through of late, that's left you feeling so low and, you know, sort of headed towards rock bottom, certainly stuck, is about to change. These swords are going to be pulled out by circumstance, not by you. You don't have to do the work. And the result of that is that the stuck feeling that you have is just going to evaporate around you. And it's possible that this Ace of Swords, which is this new idea or something, is the Ace of Wands, I apologise, is the thing that makes that happen. Or it may be that the act of this happening is what frees up the space in your soul to think about something new that you could be excited about, that you can get stuck into. And it's followed immediately by the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment. It's not quite the 10, which is important, but it is a 9. And I'm immediately drawn to the bee. When I look at this card, there's a bee very prominently at the bottom. And the bee is a symbol of industry and work. Sort of keeping your head down and getting stuck into something. And it's an amazing card to have following an Ace of Wands, because one follows the other. You know, this new inspiration that you have for something new to do. And one's a very active, it's an external thing usually, although that could just be your approach to the world. It's followed immediately by your wish fulfillment. It's an emotionally fulfilling venture that you're about to step into, and it's something that you can work out. And being cups, it's really something that you can put your heart into, and it's clarified by the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is about partnership. Now, I'm not going to, I don't think that this is a relationship reading. I don't think this is a romantic relationship reading, even though we do have cups on the table here. It talks to me of something that is emotionally fulfilling, and a partnership which is going to be emotionally fulfilling. Perhaps a chance meeting, I feel, actually. Yeah. That is going to lead to something that you can work on, that you can build on. And that in turn was followed by the Queen of Cups, and I feel like this is your energy. Like it's not exactly a secret that I'm not a big fan of the depiction of the Queen of Cups in this deck. She's got a horrible cup, and I don't ever pass up an opportunity to pass comment on it, because it is literally disgusting. Look at it. It's not even slightly practical either, and it's got weird like crab pincer things in it. I mean, how are you supposed to drink out of that? I don't know. But there's a level of focus in all of these cards. With the main card here, it's the Bee. It's focused on industry and activity and getting things done, and it's in turn clarified by a partnership where both of the people on the cards are very intently looking at the cup. And then it's followed by the Queen of Cups, who I think is you, and she too is very focused on the cup. And it leads me to think that whatever it is that you're about to walk into, and I feel like it's going to be a chance meeting, is going to preoccupy you for quite some time to come, and you're going to enjoy it a lot. I mean, this woman's very happy. She's sat in amongst her cups. But it's the Bee I keep looking at. And whatever it is, it's the benefit of emotional maturity that you bring to the table that's going to make this work somehow. Now, the last two cards are the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance. The Wheel of Fortune is a 10. Temperance is 14. That reduces down to a 5, and 5s are about conflict and change. So I feel like there's been a lot, like I've said already, there's been a lot going on in your life, and there's perhaps been some upheavals that you've been having to recover from. The Wheel of Fortune and Temperance are here to say that that is about to change. Temperance comes up when you have something to actively heal from that has changed recently, right? That's how I get from the 14 to the 5, right? So here's Temperance. Whatever it is that's been upsetting you of late, whatever it is that's shaken you, and I feel like something has shaken you, because you don't pull these cards without feeling a little unstable. The Wheel of Fortune is here to tell you that your fortune is on the rise. You know, the wheel turns, it goes up and it goes down. But twinned with Temperance, things are about to improve quite dramatically. I mean, they're both major arcana cards. These are forces over which you have no control. You are subject to them. Whatever starts now is going to be even more important in October, in proper autumn. But August is the place where it's going to start. And it's going to bring tremendous healing for you. I feel like by October you will feel much more settled than you are now, but the process of improvement is going to start now, and it's going to start with this chance meeting that you have with someone with whom you're going to be able to form a partnership, and you're going to be able to bring a great deal to the table. It's going to work very well for you. What I find quite interesting is that those two cards are clarified by two knights. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And Swords is Libra energy. It's air energy, like you. It's quite a bit more positive than these two depictions that we have here, which are the only other air energy cards on the board. And both the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance, these two main cards here, are the cards of Sagittarius. And the Knight of Wands is the card of Sagittarius as well. So I feel like this person that you may be about to meet either has Sagittarius in their card somewhere. In their chart, I apologise, in their chart somewhere prominent, I would think. So Sun, Moon or Rising. or he's here to indicate that you're about to start living life a little more in the moment than you've been able to of late. I mean, Sagittarians are wanderers. The energy of Sagittarius is curiosity, I feel. They're very driven by curiosity, and they like to experience things in the now. But he's not the only knight. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. And they're both cards of great action. You know, the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are very slow. These knights are not. These knights are super fast. Look at them. Knight of Swords particularly. He's literally in motion. He's rearing up here with this activity here. And so I think there's going to be great speed in whatever's coming to you. And perhaps this is the energy of you and the person that you're working with. This is the other reason why I think it might be someone for whom Sagittarius is a significant sign. Because the Knight of Swords is you, and you have a lot of drive, and you have the ability to make things happen very fast when you put your mind to it. The thing with Libra is that you tend to spend a lot of time contemplating either side of things, you know, weighing up the options. You're not doing that this time. You're going to get a gut feeling and you're going to run with it. I'm going to pull one more card for that. Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can be about children. It can be about past lives actually as well. But children feature highly. And it's cups again. And I feel where you are strongest is your cups, is your emotion. And so now we have a focal point for it. So this could be actually somebody that you've known in the past who is getting back in touch that you haven't seen for a while. Could even be a partnership that you're going to form with actually one of your children. But there's a risky element to it. But you're not going to think about it too much. You're just going to go with your gut because it's going to feel right. So those cards that I pulled there, and the Six of Cups, maybe somebody you knew as a child, I don't know. There's definitely a past historic kind of feeling to this. And it's going to involve you making a decision, and it's going to be something that you feel might carry a little bit of a risk. But then the final card that we've got to clarify is the Ace of Wands again. The last card and the first card are the same. The Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands is very spontaneous, and he's spontaneous because he goes with his gut. Like something occurs to him and he goes and he's off. The Knight of Swords has more purpose, but he still travels very fast. Something new is coming. and it's going to involve making a choice. It's going to feel a little bit risky. Kids are involved somewhere. I don't think you're kids though. I think this is a past historic energy that's coming in with this thing that feels a bit like a risk, causing you to need to make a choice. But your final card is the Ace of Wands. You know what you have to do. You know what you want to do is more relevant, actually, and you're going to fly with it. And it's going to be very exciting because the universe is on your side with this. And whatever crap you've been going through recently, and there's been some, everything's about to change for the better. And this is where it starts. Shift your energy and prepare to receive, because it's on its way, whatever it is. I'm very excited for you. If this has resonated with you at all, leave me a comment and let me know, or send me a message or something. That's fine. And let me know what this is, because it feels very interesting, and it feels like a markedly different situation to that you've been dealing with latterly. I'd really like to know. Yeah, my details and everything are down there. Do the thing. Love it. Let me know how it goes. Thanks.